No excuses, just free picks. We show up every day, rain or shine, games or no games. Hopefully games. Tons of games today. We got a gigantic schedule, so not going to waste a lot of time with this. Of course, we give out tons and tons and tons of free picks. Both of our websites cover almost every game on the board, and then we do videos on a lot of the games out there as well individually. And then, of course, on this show and then the drive-thru on Monday through Friday, we cover a lot of shows, a lot of games all in the same show. But with that being said, our best bets are the ones that we put as our premium picks. Those are the games we like the best. Those are the ones we're betting today. Speaking of betting, let me bring in the crew. Got our Saturday lineup: Brian Bittler, Chris Ruffalo, Ron Romanelli, Rod Zwacky, and we have got a gigantic card, so we've got a lot to go through. I don't want to go too long today. Brian, what do you got for sale today for these fine people?
Well, very excited off of 4 in one day, so 2 winning days in a row. But as far as NFL playoffs go, last season I hit 67% on my playoff bets, and over the last 3 years combined, 63%. So you can get my playoff pass. Every NFL play I put out for $175, or if you want every play today, it's 5 plays for $50, 2 NFL and 3 college basketball at pickdogs.com.
Chris?
Yeah, we just missed winning day on both NBA and college basketball yesterday, but we'll get back to it today. I got my 3 NFL plays, $34.95 as part of my shotgun Saturday. Or, I have my slamming Saturday 5-packs, one for the early portion, one for the late portion. Those are $39.95. Or if you want everything, get one of those 3-day passes. You'll get, for the price of the 2 basketball passes, you'll get today, tomorrow, and Monday all in one package. So got that over at pickdogs.com, sportschatplace.com premium.
Ron?
Yeah, coming off a 3-0 day yesterday and back-to-back winning days. We look to do it again today. I got my top 5 plays in my Super Saturday 5-pack. You get my top 3 college basketball plays and my top 2 NFL playoff games in that package. All 5 plays for $34.95.
Rod, what do you got?
I've got Rod's solid Saturday. I'm excited for these 5 bets, 5 solid action plays on Saturday's card. I got 3 college basketball, 2 NFL plays. Perfect opportunity to have a nice big winning day. You can get it over at Pick Dogs Premium for $34.95. Don't miss out. It's going to be a big day.
NFL playoffs is where I kind of get my reputation. Playoffs in general. Doesn't matter the sport. So I've got 3 picks today in the NFL playoffs. All 3 games, all 3 against the spread. So I know that's what people want to see from me. So that's what I'm delivering. 2 of the games I really like. The other one I think is a little tougher, and I think that that's probably the one I'm guessing I don't know what these other guys have, but I'm going to guess that's the one they passed on. But I like that one enough that I'll put a premium pick on it. The other, I also have a ton of college basketball today. I love this college basketball card. It has been such a public run. I mean, it always comes to a very abrupt and sharp halt. And we could start to see it out there. And I think today is going to be a really, really big day. I'm still up there. I haven't had the best run recently, but I'm still, I believe, 2nd in college basketball. So looking to take it all the way back to the top. I really like today's card. I mean, this is the card of college basketball that I feel the best of any so far this season, easily. And I could have easily added 10 more plays, and hopefully I'm able to give those out on the show. Kind of like yesterday, where I really, really liked a bunch of plays. I didn't give out those NBA plays, and I don't know why. We at least we hit our parlay on the show. Rockets, Thunder. Easy. Toledo won by about 25. Houston won by about 50. Thunder, outright.
I hit mine too. Rockets, Grizzlies, Raptors.
I said Toledo you had?
No. Houston Rockets, the real Rockets, the Grizzlies and Raptors.
Well, there's two Rockets.
The other one won, but the Houston Rockets were. You could just take a nap during that game. That was like a 20-point blowout.
Well, I did say Rockets, Thunder, and I did actually.
Yeah, we both had a 3-game call.
I refused to let Ruffalo off that thunder.
What you said about the NFL games, I think they all look easy, but the problem is for me, I got to contain myself to a limited number of plays, and so that's why I pick one.
I try and give out whatever plays fit the formula. You know, it's like some days, there's 140 college basketball games. It's like you wouldn't have the same number of plays when there's 140 games on the card when there's 6. You just wouldn't. It just doesn't make any sense.
The NBA looked like crap today, in my opinion.
What's that?
I thought the NBA card looked crappy.
Yeah, the NBA is where you want to tread lightly. That one looks a little rough. I don't have any NBA today, that's for sure. Really, speaking of MMA, we have our new MMA show will be starting on Wednesday night. Really excited about that. I'm not sure what time it's going to be. I haven't talked to the guys. Maybe it's Wednesday afternoon. I don't even know, but it's Wednesday is the day. For our new MMA show, there's 3 MMA cards in the next week after this week. And Payne Hansen and Brad Francis, our new MMA guys. I think you guys are going to really like these guys. They're way into it. So I will not be on the show. I was thinking because they're going to do shows before. So they're doing they're going to have a regular weekly show on MMA. They know a lot of the MMA fighters. They're going to have MMA fighters on the shows doing predictions and all kinds of stuff like that. It's really, really good. And then during the fights, they're going to have a pre-fight show, and then in between the preliminary and the main, they're going to have another show. And then I don't know if they're going to have a wrap-up or not, and I don't know if they're going to have guest fighters on those. I'm supposed to be on that show. I'm less than enthusiastic about it at this point. So we'll see. It's just one of those things. I just don't know anything about it, so it makes it hard. No one cares. Wow. That's cold, man. That's fucking cold. I mean, I don't know, man. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do this shit. It's like, fuck you. How about that? Anyways. Got 3 NFL playoff games. Probably spend the bulk of the show going over those. Got the Colts and the Buffalo Bills, 1:05 Eastern time start on this sucker. Normally the NFL wildcard round is just 2 games each day, so that's normally like kind of the Saturdays generally starts later, and then there's a night game, but not today. We got a 1:05 Eastern time start. Right up against Texas, West Virginia, and college hoops. You've got to have a lot of TVs today. I told my wife I need more TVs. I explained this to her. That if she was a really good wife, I would have 9 to 11 TVs. It's okay. Brian, any opinion on Buffalo versus Indianapolis?
Oh, I have lots of opinions, but and the way I'm going to go as far as this goes right here, I'm going to go on the under. It opened up at 52.5 down to 51. Big bettors are liking the under. I think you see Colts defense, which is one of the best in the league, come to play, and then Buffalo's defense really lock it down. So I like the under.
I think running the football is going to be tough. This one, you got two defense that can stop the run, but I think we've seen both these teams score a lot of points too. So. Chris?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the under as well. I was initially on the over because I thought this was just going to be a back and forth, air it out on the other team's defense, just big play after big play. But this is the toughest defense that Buffalo's going to have played up to this point, and I think Indianapolis' best chance is to try to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor, and it's going to be below freezing, I think, going into this game. So there's going to be a lot of, just a lot of running and physical play in the trenches. I like the under in this one.
I was 13-2 on yesterday's show and 8-0 in the NBA picks on yesterday's show. Wow.
Wow, we need an official scorekeeper.
We do. We have apparently people are keeping score because here it is. You were 10-4, Brian, on yesterday's show.
I forgot my first touchdown score. Sorry to go back. Trey Burton plus 3,200. I'm putting $50 on it.
Chris?
Yeah, and I'll go Jonathan Taylor. Check the odds on that one, but I'll go Jonathan Taylor.
I don't know, man. I don't know. How do you run the ball with Ed Oliver's stuff up the middle? It's not a good idea. Ron, what do you like?
Yeah, I'm going to lean the under as well. I just think that this is going to be a tight game to the end, and I think that like Chris said, it's going to be freezing out there, and the Colts are one of the best defenses that Buffalo's faced all season long. I do think that if the Colts are going to have success, they're going to have to run the football. I don't trust Rivers enough for them to air it out all day, so I think they're going to trust their ground game, and I think the under is the smart play, and I like Jonathan Taylor as the first touchdown as well.
Ron, if you're waiting tables and Brian winks at you, gives you an extra $5.
Hey, I had my Ron Romanelli hat on.
You dropping your pants?
Not in public.
All right. There you have it. Brian, you got a possibility here.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Rod? For me in this one here, I'm going to go the other way of everybody else. I'm going to take the over. The Colts have scored, 24 points their last 5 games. The Colts are built for cold weather. Buffalo Bills are built for cold weather. Sorry, I'm not worried about no cold weather. Give me the over. This game is going over the number. I don't see this tight defense. We're going to see some points in this game, even in the cold of Buffalo. Give me the over.
I think points are going to be tough to come by, but I still think we're going to see more than 51.
Yep.
It doesn't take that much to get over 51 in the NFL these days. It just doesn't.
It's actually up to 52 now, I think, in places. So
it doesn't take it that much to get there, and that's the problem. It's not, playoffs just aren't what they used to be. Got the Rams up against the Seattle Seahawks. This is the one that I'm going to guess that the guys don't have premium picks on, because this one is a little bit tougher. When you have two teams that play in the same division, they know each other just a little too well, and I think these teams split during this regular season. And if this was in Seattle and it was the real Seattle with the fans and everything else, 26-6 Seahawks. But I think if it's not. If it's what it is, Seattle's one of the teams that really took a hit on the home field advantage. It really did. So I don't know. I think this is going to be the best hitting game of them all. Two teams. Actually, that Bucs Redskins game is probably going to be some serious hitting. Or Washington football team, Eskimos. Brian, any opinion here on Rams, Seahawks?
Any other day, this would be a super premium pick, but there's just so much in college basketball. I did leave this one off. I really love the Rams plus the points. I just think Seahawks haven't looked right for a couple of weeks. I know they've been winning, but just something seems off with Metcalf. And I like the Rams defense. I just think they keep it within a field goal. If you can get 3.5, I see threes out there now. I like the Rams plus the points. I think it's a good solid bet.
I see threes with big juice and threes, regular threes, but it's one of those games. Seattle always gets on those weird numbers. They get on a weird number, and it's like, Chris.
Yeah, this game I'm on the under as well. I mean, this is a low total for two teams that can really put points on the board, but I don't think Sean McVay is going to test whichever quarterback ends up getting the start here. And Seattle can bring pressure from anywhere on that defense. And on the other side, I mean, LA gave Russell Wilson, I think, his worst game of the season, where he didn't have a touchdown. He threw 2 picks, though. So I think they know how to at least get pressure into the Seattle backfield. So I think there's going to be, like you said, a lot of hard hitting, and I think this is an under all the way.
Well, defense wins championships. The Rams, number 1 yards against. Number 1, passing yards against. Number 3, rushing yards against. Number 1, total points against. This is a good defense, man. They spent a lot of money on this defense, man. You got, when you have a chance to get a top-notch corner and you say, screw it, man. We want a number one Jacksonville. It's like, you guys don't even know what to do with a number one. We'll give it to you, no problem. You get the lockdown corner. You have Aaron Donald. He's getting worse. Brockers. I mean, serious defense. Because if you can win games, with Jared Goff as your quarterback, then you've got a really good defense. Ron?
Yeah, I mean, the Rams defense has just been tenacious this season, a big bounce back from last year. This is, like Mitch said, one of the toughest games out of all the sports to cap today. But if I had to take a lean, I'd take the Rams and the points. I just think that this is going to be a tight game. I lean to the under as well with Chris. I think this is just going to be a defensive battle. It's going to be a great game to watch if you like defense. And I think the Rams getting 3 points, you could push here, but I think that Los Angeles has a decent chance to win this game, especially, Mitch mentioned no fans in the stands, so this isn't really a home game. I mean, it's at the home stadium, but, it's just going to be just a neutral site game virtually. So I'm going to take the Rams and the points. I don't love it, but that's where I would lean.
Right.
For me in this one, it's huge divisional battle, so I like the under, but I'm going to take Seattle. Seattle's at home. I trust Russell Wilson more than I do whoever is going to be the quarterback for the Rams. Even if Golf comes back, he just had surgery on a thumb. How great is he going to be at throwing the ball? Even his last how many games? He's throwing 5 picks? No thanks. Give me the Seattle Seahawks. They win this one. At worst, you get a push. So give me Seattle.
It's going to be a good one. I just don't see how Seattle's going to move the ball on this Rams defense. It's going to come down to field goal, one way or the other. I just think it's going to be a very, very low-scoring game because the Seattle defense has not been good this year. They've been bad. They can't get pressure on the quarterback. But the problem that the Rams has is that they have no offense at all. So it's kind of like, well, Seattle's defense is soft, but the Rams' offense, Sean McVay. He's another guy. He's not quite Peterson, but sometimes you just have to question what the hell he's thinking. He makes a lot of really good calls, like by the book calls. Like when he goes by the book, he does a really good job. When he goes outside of that and tries to get cute is when it bites him in the ass. But generally when he plays it close to the vest, where it's not the popular decision, but it's the right decision. It's been the year of what we've seen in the NFL and in college football over the past year, especially, is a lot more going for it on fourth down than we've ever seen before. This guy, when it's a and the worst is Peterson, right? I mean, just take the field goal. I mean, seriously, right? This guy, but I just think when he's coaching right, the Rams are better. This is a guy that this is a team that leans on him. They have to because they have no quarterback. They haven't had a quarterback for quite some time, and you have a lot of money invested in a bad quarterback. So you have to call a game plan and coach it so to keep him within these parameters. So what they did is the Rams changed their game plan this year, and generally teams that lose the Super Bowl, the way that it works is the teams that wins the Super Bowl usually makes the playoffs the next year. They don't always, it's tough to go back to back, but it's like normally they make the playoffs the next year. The team that loses the Super Bowl normally does not make the playoffs the next year. And we saw it again this year, right? Same thing. Niners did not make the playoffs. So the thing is that then normally the following year that team is good, and we saw the Rams look really good in spots this year. But it's McVay's team. This team runs how he calls it. It's kind of like a Bill Parcells type thing, and a Belichick type thing, where it's like when he's moving the chess pieces, it really doesn't matter because you have a lot of money invested in a bad quarterback. So when that happens, he doesn't get to make that call. That's not his call, you know, as far as putting all that money into a quarterback that can't play, right? That stinks. That's not his call. He can only coach what he's got to work with. So what he did is he changed the game plan this season, and instead of calling patterns where you know, what the same plays that Peterson is trying to pull off in Philadelphia, the 17, 18-yard out patterns on 3rd and 4, right? Instead of doing those, he's gone to plays where the ball leaves the quarterback's hand in the first 2 to 3 seconds after the ball's been snapped. Just boom, right? And that's when they're effective. And that's what they're going to have to do today, regardless of who's the quarterback. Seattle can't rush the passer, so they're going to have a little bit of extra time. Seattle's has I mean, I love the Seahawks and Clappy, and I love the whole way that they run things. I like the way that Seattle always has the most undrafted players. I like that, you know, you don't even know who their first-round draft choices are, right? Because it's all these other guys. It's always the other guys, right? Even Metcalf, right? He's not a first-round pick. It's crazy. Right? He's not a first-round pick. I mean, these are the guys that took Allen out of not Allen, the other one, the other Alabama defensive tackle. They got him, Jordan Reed. They got, or Reed, it's not Jordan Reed, he's the tight end. Reed is Jaron Reed. Yeah. They got him, you know, same thing. Like he slipped through a second, you know, whatever. They have all these Miami players, you know, on the team, and, you know, Clappy is Clappy. But they got no pass rush this year. They got rid of Clowney. He was the pass rush. You know, he was the pass rush. You know, we love Wagner, right? I mean, who doesn't like these guys, you know? But they can't carry an entire team, you know, by themselves. So even the Rams, I don't even know who's playing. Ron, you playing quarterback for the Rams these days? I mean, that's basically the way that this works. What's Goff making? I mean, this guy stinks. I mean, he stinks. How is he the number one? I mean, you want to talk about a crappy quarterback draft. He's number 1. Carson Wentz is 2. I mean, you can't win, right? I mean, you got 2 crappy quarterbacks that cost a lot of money now because they were drafted high. So you might as well just have Jameis Winston in there. He has better arm strength than either of those guys.
So Goff's on a 4-year deal, $134 million, $110 million guaranteed.
And you wonder why, you know, they struggle in spots, and you wonder why they have no backup quarterback, and you wonder why those things, because you have all this money invested in someone that's not even in the top half of players at that position in the NFL. He's not even in the top half. Who would you rather have, Herbert or him?
Herbert.
Yeah, he was drafted 5th, 6th, right? Yeah. Who would you rather have? Yeah. I mean, who would you rather have? It's like you go through the entire NFL. It's going to be hard to find a guy that you'd rather have him than, you know? Matthew Stafford, maybe? How about if they brought in Matt Ryan to play quarterback there? You think the Rams would be Super Bowl contenders? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Phillip Rivers? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't get it. It's kind of like the Matthew Stafford thing. I don't get it. Tom Brady and Alex Smith, Buccaneers and the Washington football team, more affectionately known as the Eskimos.
I mean, to me, it looks like Tyler Heineke is probably going to start for Washington. But
I'm showing Smith.
Either way, in this game, I think you're going to see the Buccaneers struggle a little bit on the road. Tom Brady against that Washington pass rush and defense, and I think whoever quarterbacks Washington is going to have trouble on offense, as we've seen against the Eagles. So I'm going to go under the total here. I think it's pretty easy under. And Rob Gronkowski has scored the first touchdown at plus 1,000.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under. Excuse me, I'm going to go with the under as well. I just think, like Brian said, it's going to be tough sledding on both sides. I think, you know, Chase Young wanted to get to Tom Brady, so here's his chance. And I think we're going to see just a lot of physical play, and I think this is going to be sort of a grind out game. I buy like Terry McLaurin scored the first touchdown. Got it for me last week. I'll ride him again.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under in this one. I think it's just going to be a real defensive battle. I think that Washington's going to play a lot better than what many people expect. But obviously, Tampa Bay's no slouch on the defensive side. If the football team can't bring in Alex Smith at quarterback, that's going to also trend to the under as well, and that line's going to dip. So you may want to put this one in early before that judgment is made by the Washington. So I like the under, and I'll give the first touchdown, if he plays, to Antonio Gibson. Looks like he's going to play as well as Terry McLaurin, but I'm going to take Antonio Gibson first touchdown.
I like Evans for the first touchdown. Rod?
For me in this one here, opposite everybody's day. I'm going to take the over. I think everybody in this dog is on this under, thinking it's just going to sneak under this number, and I think it's got a good shot to go over the number.
Generally, Tom Brady road playoff games are under. So I think
generally,
that's the here. But
that's
the Bucks haven't
that's
been a good road team this season.
I was trying to get a consensus, you bugger.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm gonna go the other way, and I think we just sneak over this number here. Take the over.
Chase Young for Rookie of the Year for me. I think he's the best player. He's one of the best players in the league already.
Yeah, that was a solid pick. That's
Seriously, man. He's way better than I thought he was going to be. Way better. He could be the best, He's in the discussion of the top 5, defensive linemen in the league. I'd say it's Donald, still number 1. I would say that Clowney, when he's healthy, is probably 2. This guy might be 3.
I can see Washington defense scoring first if they strip sack Brady.
I could see that happen. I could see it happening too, and I could see Tom Brady looking confused out there, because I think they're going to try it. I think they're going to, obviously they're going to double team Young. I don't know if that's going to do it. It's like this is the problem that you have when you have a dominant defensive lineman like that. So my favorite quote was when Miami recruited Vince Wilfork to play defensive tackle, and he played in the Georgia-Florida All-Star game, high school All-Star game. The Georgia coach said, first we just tried to block him with our, with our All-American linemen. Then we tried to double team him. Then we tried to triple team him. Then we just gave up. And I think that's what this Chase Young, I think that's what he does to people. I thought that, I thought there were a few other guys that have come down the pipe in recent years, like Myles Garrett, but Chase Young looks better than him. He's better than him. He's bigger a version of Clowney. Is really what he is.
Man, if you could put Myles Garrett on one side and Chase Young on the other, you'd have a
There's been defensive lines like that. It's called the 78 Steelers.
Reggie White and Clyde Simmons.
L.C. Greenwood, Ernie Holmes, Mean Joe Green, Dwight White. They had, oh my God, it was ridiculous.
Well, the one year the Eagles had 3 guys.
4 Super Bowls. What's that?
Yeah. Jerome Brown up the middle, Simmons on one side, and Reggie White on the other side. You had 3 guys going after the quarterback.
Miami had, in college football, had Jerome Brown and Danny Stubbs on the same defensive line. Danny Stubbs is one of the all-time NFL leading sackers. He was the sack master on those Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl teams under Jimmy Johnson. Not as heralded as a lot of the guys out there, but Stubbs was awesome. But he played with Jerome Brown. Brown and Stubbs at Miami. Teams didn't even want to play. Marshall Faulk had 4 yards rushing against us. 4 yards for Marshall Faulk. It was a bad day at the office. I think Emmitt Smith had 6. Another bad day at the office. Like,
I think it's
no one wanted to play us. Nobody. you imagine Jerome Brown like at the college level, like how dominant he was? So like if you look at the so here's a famous Jerome Brown thing and something that you could watch for the rest of your life. So the Flutie play, right? The very famous Hail Flutie, right? The pass to Gerard Phelan. If you look at when Flutie throws the ball, it's Jerome Brown in his freshman year has got him by the ankles. In that clip, he was his freshman, and he had Flutie by the ankles, and when Flutie threw that ball, and like after that, Jerome Brown became like I think he like bulked up like something fierce. Jerome Brown was a tight end in high school. Only one college offered him. Same with Sapp. Those were the days. Anyway, speaking of the days, NBA day today. That early game, I don't know that I didn't do a video on it because there was no line. The line is out now. It's the Nuggets -5 against the Sixers. I'm going to guess that means that the Sixers have COVID. Is this game going to be canceled? What's going to happen? I don't know. But let's just kind of sweep through the NBA. We got so many games today in sports. Denver, Philly, Miami, Washington, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Phoenix, Indy. Any of these, Brian?
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that Nuggets Sixers, but if I had to pick one, I like the Suns plus the points. I just think they rebound from their last performance and keep it within that number. Take Phoenix.
Chris, any of those games?
Yeah, of course, Brian's picked the one that I'm on the other side of. I like Indy laying the points. I just think Phoenix on a back-to-back against a rested Pacers team. It's still one of the more underrated defensive units in the NBA. I think that's just a bad matchup for the Suns. So I'd take the Pacers here.
Don't worry about it, Chris. You just throw on a tight shirt. It's an extra $5 from Brian. Ron?
How does this one work? White, too.
In this window, I like the Hawks laying the points at Charlotte. I know these teams just played each other, and Charlotte got the better of Atlanta in that one. But Charlotte now on a back-to-back. They were just in New Orleans to play the Pelicans last night, and I think the Hawks are going to have the edge in this one. So I'll lay the points with Atlanta.
Rod? Any of these
And
games?
I like the Hornets in that one. The Hawks have just looked awful. They start off good, and then they've just done the Hawks nosedive. So give me the Hornets in that one. I'm with Chris. I like the Pacers. Suns on a back-to-back. Pacers are rested. Pacers have a good team this year. Give me the Pacers. Definitely not touching the 76ers and the Nuggets with a 10-foot pole. No thanks.
I like the Hawks also. I just think that the Hornets are on the back-to-back. I like the Hornets a lot this season. I like teams like that, small market. Usually could find value, but the Hawks, they need rest, and that's what they got. So it's like they played a bunch of games all together. So I just think they were gassed. I like the Pacers against the Suns. I just think that they're a stronger team, and I like the Heat against the Wizards too. So, we got Spurs, Timberwolves. Wow, that one's down to 5. Everyone knows Timberwolves are my worst team. I'm out there. Bucks and Cavs. Bucks got jazzed last night. Oof, wasn't pretty. If that was a fight, they would have stopped it. It was raining threes. Everyone was watching that one. It was like Jazz could not miss a 3. I don't know what their shooting percentage was from 3, but I'm going to guess 50. It was like,
yeah.
I'm going to guess it dropped off a little bit because it was about 90 at one point.
Yeah.
It was like
they were 7 or 11
like,
at one point.
It was like one of those games that was just like, just throw it like this, like. It was like,
and it was everybody. It wasn't just one guy.
No, it was
the whole team.
like it was like the Bucks won it out. It was like one of those games where it was just like, there's nothing we can do here. Nothing. Blazers and the Kings looks almost too easy. Looks like a setup. And Mavericks against the Magic. Brian, do you believe in Magic?
No, but I believe in the Wolves at home. I think that's the best free pick on the board. Could have been a premium. Maybe I'll add it. Minnesota plus the points. They've lost, 6 in a row. I think they keep it close. Spurs coming off a win against the Lakers. I'll take the Wolves here.
Little Duran action. You're hungry like the Wolves.
Yeah.
Nice. It's good music. Chris?
I'm gonna take the Cavs. That's just way too many points for me for Milwaukee on a back-to-back. I think there's gonna be some tired legs there, so just take the Cavaliers. And it may be too easy, but if it's a trap, I'm gonna bite. I like the Blazers here. The Kings have just been god awful, and Blazers have the better offense and more consistent offense. So I like Portland in that one.
I'm sure I'll hear about this. Everyone knows about biting. He bites. You bite. Ron?
Yeah, in this window, I'm going to take the over in the Spurs-Timberwolves game. Neither of these teams play like a defense, and I don't think that starts in this one. I think this could be a high-scoring game, and like Brian said, I like the Timberwolves too, plus the points, but I think this is going to be a shootout, so I'll take the over.
What happened to the HBO Saturday night movie? Instead of the Saturday night movie, 8 o'clock every Eastern time?
I thought you were going to say the Cinemax movie.
Cinemax.
Cinemax used to have like a movie on like After Dark or something like that.
Skinemax?
Your discretion is advised.
And there's more commercials than what the show is long.
King of Staten Island is the movie tonight on HBO. I always tape it away from me. So
I got rid of HBO after that show was. What was it? Oh, my favorite show ended last year. I think it was. I forget.
Your favorite?
I know. Well, my brain's fried from all these games today.
my favorite show ended. I still haven't got past episode 2 of Shameless this year. Just can't get there. What ended on HBO last year?
The Kings and the Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't watch that.
Oh.
I love Game of Thrones. That was one of my favorite shows.
Sure you do. Don't worry, they'll have a Disney ride about it soon. Chris, what do you like here? Did you give a pick? Oh, you bit. You bit. Ron?
The over in the Spurs-Timberwolves.
All right, I'm lost, obviously. Rod? I'm trying to find a movie on HBO for you. This is what happens when you live in Hawaii. You know, all the games are over by 7 o'clock. You know, it's like it's nothing.
I'm with you guys. I like the Timberwolves. They look like hot trash, but here they get a win. Give me the Timberwolves on the money line. I think they win outright over the Spurs today.
What's for dinner tonight, Rod? It's like, you know, you have steak Friday, and then you have what's your Saturday? What's today look like?
Today's looking like homemade pizza night. I'm gonna make some homemade dough.
You make the crust and everything. I make
Yep.
I'm a crust.
Make the homemade crust.
I lived in Kentucky, so I make homemade pizza too. I live in Kentucky.
What about the sauce?
All bets are off, man.
What about the sauce? Homemade sauce.
Sauce is the most important part.
Of course. Well, the sauce is a gimme. You know, it's a layup. But the dough is kind of where it's at. The only thing I don't make is the cheese. You know, but I could get agriculture in my neighborhood. You could have cows and sheep in your yard if you want.
Yeah, they're right over here. Literally, I could probably look out the window and see a cow. I know I opened my front door and I walk outside and it's like, cow. Definitely smell cow.
That might be a little chilly for cows up there.
That's the thing about
cows love those. They huddle. They're cows are not as dumb as people think either.
There you have
it. That's why the cows huddle in a group. They all come together and they stay warm.
You know what they call that? A herd.
A herd. Yep.
Yes. A herd.
Oh,
I heard
that's
it
what they do.
I heard it through the grapevine. Don't you hate it when they send you when you try and log into something, they send you the verification and your phone's in the other room? Trying to check something on the screen. It's like, didn't receive the code? Reset? You know, it's like, the phone's in the other room, asshole. It's like, can't get up. All right, we got college basketball today. Pretty major league card going on. Let's see. As big as it gets. I'm going to kind of tap dance around the games and the time slots, and then if anyone has anything else to add, they can add. So the featured games in the noon time slot, Eastern time: Auburn, Alabama; Wake Forest, Duke; Richmond, George Mason; NC State, Miami; Rutgers, Ohio State; St. John's, Creighton. That's all at the noon time slot. Brian, you like any of those or any others on the card?
Yeah, early on. Yesterday I made the mistake back in Michigan State Super Public Play. I got burned.
I got roasted. It's like I got one thing to say about them. I understand that they're college kids and all this stuff. They didn't deserve to live. It's like, what the hell was that? What was that?
I felt good at halftime, and then that dissipated pretty fast. So I'm going to take all these points with Ohio State. I just think they keep that within 3, and then I think Miami gets blitzed by NC State. I think it's should be an easy cover for the Wolfpack. Those are the two I like.
You watched Miami this year?
Nah, they're not that good.
No, but have you seen their games? Have you seen any of their games?
Nah, bits and pieces, nothing.
Right.
They don't really excite me. They don't really tantalize me.
I'll bet you a few cases of hats on that one, but if you give me the points.
It's just a lean.
Bad one. Chris?
Once again, on the other side of Brian in these games, I like Miami. I just think that, they've been banged up all season long. They've still been hanging in games. This is no different. I think this is just a game where
it's like they're the Utah Jazz, man. Anything more than 2 or 3 points, it's like you don't want any part of that.
No, yeah, and that's why I think this is easily a 2 or 3 point game. So give me the Hurricanes, and I'll take Rutgers. I think they're just. Oh, I don't want any part of Ohio State getting just a couple buckets on the road. This we're not getting enough points with Ohio State, I think, to take a shot with the Buckeyes here. So give me Rutgers. Play really well at home. Play really good defense. Give me Rutgers.
I'm on Ohio State. I'm with Brian on that one. You're on the way public side there. Ohio State already beat them, and it wasn't like it wasn't like one of those things where like, oh, Rutgers never got out of the gate or anything like that. It was basically Ohio State flipped the switch on them. It was really bad. I'm a game watcher. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes against. I mean, I'm not rushing to the window in that game, but
no.
Ron?
Yeah, this window, my favorite play in the noon time slot is Richmond laying the points against George Mason. I just think the Spiders are plainly the better team, and the line kind of irks me a bit. That's why it wasn't a premium play. It looks a little interesting. I'm not sure if somebody knows something that I don't, but Richmond just seems like they can win this game by double digits, and I like Hofstra to bounce back. They had a big lead against Northeastern, and then they totally collapsed in that game. But I think they bounce back and win this one. They're only laying 2, so I'll take Hofstra.
Rod?
I'm going to go against Hofstra again. I like Northeastern there. I know they didn't play a great first half, but they sure played a great second half. I bet you they come to play right from the opening tip-off. Give me Northeastern to upset Hofstra again. And with you guys, I like Ohio State. You can get 4 points now. Give me Ohio State plus the 4 points. And I like Creighton. Give me Creighton minus the 12.5 points over St. John's. They already beat St. John's once this year. Now they're at home. They're going to whoop them up again. Give me Creighton over St. John's.
So here's a picture of me yesterday. Got a package from FedEx. Came from Rod Zawacki. It was his Christmas present. You can see all the customs tape all over the box there. Obviously somebody opened that package, but you can see there's just a crap ton of candy in there. I'm eating some Smarties right there. It's the good stuff.
I wonder if they're going to open up my cookies at the border.
I don't know. See that yellow bag down there? These things called coffee crisps. And I'll tell you what, I ate enough of them. I couldn't eat I was shaking from the sugar. It's like,
We don't need you dying from.
I don't think you're supposed to eat more than 3 of those things. It's like, I don't know. We appreciate it, my wife and I. You can see that neon thing. I can't get it to work right, but I'm working on it. I have it up behind me right here, but I can't get it to function correctly. I'm working on it. I got a new set on the way. I'm working on my new set. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a little bit of a cleaner look. Still trying to get my new sign of if you have no enemies, you've never stood for anything sign. Trying to get that made. I like Ohio State here too. I don't like the way that it looked last time. I think Rutgers could win this game. I don't like it with the 4 points. I also think this Creighton St. John's is going to be a track meet. 159, no chance. This thing's going 180.
And nobody's backing Duke early.
I like Duke. Wake is terrible. Wake is dumpster fire, and Duke needs a feel-good game. I'll go with Duke.
I missed that when I was giving them out. Duke looks solid.
Yeah, Duke is a good one, too. I gave that out in the videos. I did videos on a lot of those big games. I did, I think, 37 videos for today.
Wow. If I watched all your videos, I'd probably never leave my seat. I'd just be sitting there.
So basically what you're telling me is you're not smashing the like button.
Oh, I go on just to hit the like button, and then I get off real fast. And then I go on the other guy's videos and hit the thumbs down button.
I do that.
I'm a jerk. I can't help it.
I'm not a jerk. I just like to express myself through hitting the thumbs up and thumbs down. That's how I express myself. Everyone needs a platform, and mine is anonymously on YouTube. I'm Mitch Hater 3.
There's so many good college basketball games today. It's crazy.
There's a lot of good college basketball games today. Speaking of good college basketball games, we move to the 1 o'clock time slot. We got Mississippi State Vandy. I don't know if that's really one of them. There's a lot of under the radar games in here too. West Virginia, Texas is in the 1 o'clock time slot. We'll move into the 2 o'clock time slot, and Tennessee, Texas A&M, Boston College, Virginia, VCU, Rhode Island, Seton Hall, DePaul, all that in that 2 o'clock time slot. There's a lot of other games in there. Brian, those games or anything else in that time slot? Do it for
the one I like very strongly could have easily been a premium West Virginia at home against Texas. I'm still waiting for the wheels to start falling off of Texas. And I think West Virginia is the better team. And Vanderbilt, plus the points, I think they could win outright against Mississippi State. But I'll take the points. So those two I'm going with.
I mean, normally you like Charleston. I mean, they're straight garbage. They're playing here. They're 2-6 against the number. This is right in your wheelhouse. Up against Drexel, they're going to get housed. So, I mean, could you just throw us a little Charleston out here?
No, it doesn't. They're
favored for no good reason. I mean, this team can't even hit a basket.
I see it as a basic pick 'em, but it's not. There's too many other good opportunities out there. I can't waste my time with that one.
I'll tell you this one, Charleston. This is one of the worst Charleston teams. Chris,
I think there's a couple I like at this time. So I like Tennessee laying the points against Texas A&M. I just don't think Texas A&M has what it takes to hang with Tennessee offensively. I think that's a 15 to 20 point win for Tennessee at least. So I'll take the Vols. I like Missouri State laying the bucket on the road against Valparaiso. Missouri State's been a good cover team for me this year, and I see no reason to stop back when I'm here in Valparaiso. I just don't think they're very good. They haven't been very good in the Missouri Valley since moving over from the Horizon. So give me the Bears there, and I like Navy against Lehigh. I just think, again, Navy playing a lot better than Lehigh is right now. Lehigh's only taken the court twice this year. Navy's played 6 games, 5-1 against the spread. I like Navy in that spot.
a lot of information. Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Brian. I like Vanderbilt plus the 3.5. I just don't think Mississippi State is as good as what we've seen. I don't think Vanderbilt's very good either, but you're getting 3.5 points at home. I think that's some value there with the Commodores. I also like the under in the Morgan State Norfolk State game. These two teams are really defensive heavy, and two of the better teams in the MEAC, in my opinion. I think this is going to be a tight game. I'd also lean taking the 4 with Morgan State. I also like, let's see, that's in the 3 o'clock window. So that's it for those 2 o'clock and 1 o'clock games.
Way to stay within the window, Ron. Rod, how many of those coffee crisps can you eat in one sitting?
One.
One?
Well,
Ruffalo. See, I'd never had the full size like that. Ruffalo only gave me the junior size. But these
you're having more full size coming. Just a word of warning.
Nice.
I was just say I don't know if you're up to the full size one. You're more of a junior size.
I'm telling you that here's something about Mitch that you don't know. Then is that fun size candy bars? Nothing fun about it. Third of a candy bar, it's horseshit. Okay. It's like, well, let's call it the fun size. Nothing fun about a third of a candy bar. Give me the king size. That's the fun size. How about like the giant size? Like, remember the big sugar daddy? It was like this freaking big, man. It's like, how about a 9-pound sugar daddy?
I like being a sugar daddy.
I was going to say, can we not say 9-pound sugar daddy around Bitler, please? Because that's asking for it at this point.
I'm 170 pounds.
Sorry, I got to keep the wheels on the tracks. I forgot. Sorry.
What do you got, Rod? One coffee crisp guy per sitting. Is that per sitting or just per day or like per week?
Or just per sitting. Like you might go back and eat one later on in the day. It depends the day, right?
So 3 is not the recommended dosage. Is that what goes on?
No, I don't think 3 is the recommended dosage. But if you do a little extra workout, I think you can get away with that.
I like them. Just figured I was rolling. I was finding myself there. I even took out because I wanted my wife to taste it, so I even took out a knife. I cut a little slice off of it.
Here's your little slice. They used to put back in the day that the middle part, which is the best part on a coffee crisp. They used to be a little bit thicker. They made them just a bit smaller on the filling in the middle. Oh, I know.
You always gotta fuck it up, man. Always.
Yep. We can find a way. We can just save just a little.
They're delicious.
But they're so good. Oh, yeah.
They're delicious. Off the chain. It's the Canadian chocolate has just always been better.
I don't know. They haven't Godiva chocolate around me yet.
No. This is. It's just the chocolate off the shelf in Canada is just better. It's just it always has been. Just always has been.
We need a taste test. We need to have a blind taste test.
It wouldn't even be a fair fight.
No,
I know about these things. Who do you got in this time slot, Rod?
In this time slot, I like VCU over Rhode Island. I think Rhode Island is too one-dimensional, and I think VCU just shuts them down. Shuts Pats down today, and VCU gets a win. And keep rolling. I'm with Chris. I like Missouri State over Valpo. They've just been a huge cover team all year. I think they come in and get the best of Valpo there. And I like East Carolina. Give me East Carolina here at home against South Florida. I think East Carolina comes to play today and gets the win over South Florida.
A lot of 6s in that Miami game, Brian.
Yeah, like so far, all the free picks I've given out, that's the one I like the least. So
we got 140 games on the card. No one forced you to give that.
I mean, I like Ohio State more. I like Duke more. I like I could go
you
down.
Like mentioned Duke.
More.
We had to beg you to look at Duke.
I miss Duke.
Ron's
on my
like pleading
eyes.
over here. Brian, could you please?
I just like to
tell
pick
us about
against
Duke.
Miami whenever I get the opportunity to, just to bust your chops.
Yeah, way to bust my chops. Lose another $50 and a box of hats. My chops feel so busted. I like to see that in the comments on our YouTube regular videos that we're starting to see some hatred amongst each other. Nice. Someone told another commenter, "Your logic is dumb as shit." Normally those comments are reserved for me. I like Chattanooga here against Citadel. I don't know who the hell Citadel thinks they are sitting at 7-0. The probability of Citadel going 8-0, the only chance they would have of going 8-0 is if they played another unlined game, right? Because that's all they've played. So they're 7-0. Only 3 of their games have been lined. Citadel's always, the Mocs are going to run them over. I also like Drexel against Charleston. Charleston's not a good team this year. They're living off past glory. I also like Winthrop against Gardner-Webb, and definitely the waspiest sounding game of the day. Winthrop versus Gardner-Webb at the country club. Where are they playing? At the club, of course. Is there snobbier names in all of sports than those two? Gardner-Webb. Winthrop. Sounds regal.
Oh, Winthrop, come here, boy.
Yes, Winthrop. Meanwhile, they're 9-0. Gardner-Webb sucks. I like Winthrop in that one. It's got a scuff on your tennis shoe. Be followed by a badminton match and some tea.
Someone rips off their glove. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
Kind of like Virginia against Boston College. Boston College sucks too, man. They're terrible. Freaking terrible. This is like one of those games. So Virginia has these games, right, when they're playing like that serious defense, where the other team is just hurling up shots from the logo late in the shot clock. It's like, I could see that in this one.
BC almost beat Duke.
BC almost beat Duke. Duke's not good this year. When Duke's not good is when Coach K doesn't coach. It's like if they're not having a good year, he decides, well, I'm not going to coach this year. It's like, we'll just cancel our out-of-conference schedule. We'll just, It's like, well, it really wasn't a real year. Duke misses the tournament. Surprised Brian wasn't all over DePaul.
I can't believe we haven't had one agreement on any game so far today.
Oh, we got a lot more to go through. We got Cal versus Washington. No one likes Washington. I know that much. We got Baylor versus TCU. I'm sure Baylor's got TCU in that one. We got Georgia, Arkansas. UNLV, Colorado State, the rematch. Houston, Tulane. UConn, Butler. Line dropper. Iowa State, Texas Tech. That's it. 3-4 o'clock slot. Ryan?
Yeah, I'm going to take a slight lean to the Washington Huskies here, just because everybody's on Cal.
Yeah, you know why? You know why everyone's on Cal? They stink. I mean, Washington, they stink. They beat Baylor last year. They haven't won a game since. I mean, they stink.
No, I like this game a little less than NC State, but I had to pick a game in this time slot. I lean to there's just too much action on Cal for me to support.
You know why there's too much action on Cal? Because the Washington defense allows 74 points a game and they score just 61 points a game. That's why. 13-point differential. This is a Division I major college team up against Cal, who's not bad. They beat San Francisco pretty badly, actually, and they were a dog in that game, a home dog. They're gonna run them out of the gym. That's why everyone's betting on Cal, because the line should be 9. I don't know.
We'll see.
Just my 2 cents. Chris?
I think for this time slot, the only one I like, I'm going to go back to the well with Youngstown State. Beat Wright State outright last night, and I think they can at least keep this one within single digits. So give me Youngstown State in the points.
Way to mix it up a
Right.
little. Way to go out on a limb. Ron's
I'll
be like, I like Washington.
Yeah, well, I thought I was going to be the only one with the Penguins today, but I guess me and Chris both like Youngstown State.
Yikes.
Youngstown took down Wright State outright, and usually you stay, you stay back a little bit with these back-to-backs. But Wright State almost shot 50% from three in that loss. So if you shoot 50% from three and you lose, you're in a world of hurt. So I like Youngstown getting the points. I think they have a shot to win both games, but I think Wright State grabs this one. But too many points there, and I like UNC Asheville laying the points against Hampton. I know the line just dropped, but Asheville's just a better team through and through. Hampton's just not a good team. If you lose to Howard, imagine what's going to happen when you play Asheville.
I love the comment from the guy who's like, I've been watching this other guy. He's way better than these guys. Then why are you here? If you have somebody who's giving you picks that are better than us, then why are you here? It's like, why do you need to come here? It's like no one asked for your help. No one asked for your opinion. No one asked for anything. Just I just don't understand it. I don't go around to other people's shows and say, hey, come watch Romanelli's picks. Way better than this clown. And believe me, there's a lot of them out there. Anyways. Some days you just wonder why you do this shit. Rod, what do you got?
I like Baylor. Give me Baylor over TCU. TCU is going to continue to struggle. Baylor is going to roll over them today. It's the only one I like in that spot.
Best story of the day. Best story of the day. You guys are going to love this one. I know I always have to tell stories, but you guys are going to love this one. So yesterday I talked about the guy who sent me like these drunken emails and like talking about how great they were and how how they were so much better than us and how they should be a capper on our site because they're so much better than all of our guys and all this other stuff. I got 4 emails from people saying to stop talking about them. 4 different people sent me emails saying that I was talking about them. It was one guy, Austin Limback. It's like I got you didn't. It's like because I didn't mention the name, because I didn't want to give the guy any airtime. But it was a guy named Austin Limback who was a friend of Rod's, I guess, at one point in time.
Not anymore. That guy.
All right, it's okay. You don't have to explain yourself. I'm just saying. I literally got 4 emails from people saying that I was talking about them.
and I got one. I got one going, are you talking about me? Was he talking about me? Was he talking about me?
Yeah,
I was like,
this is like
no, man.
this is how many emails I get like that. This is how many I get where it's like I got 4 from different people that thought I was talking about them. None of them were this guy. None of them were. It's like, this is how many emails I get like that. I mean, it is just ridiculous. I do not understand it. It's like, if you want to join our team, there are ways to do it, and it's like if we don't have room for cappers, we still have room for writers. So it's like you always start as a writer and become a capper. These 2 guys did it. It's like, yeah, there's ways to do it, but putting down our guys and then talking about some ridiculous record that we can't verify isn't one of those ways. I'll just tell you that. Ridiculous, man. It's like. It was so funny. It was like I got these emails. I wish I had the email in front of me. I would read them. I would read some to you, like of the emails I got yesterday saying I was talking about them. Because I mean, I've never backed down from calling anybody out specifically, right? I mean, I'm not really known for that. You could ask Wade from Doc Sports. You could ask the Indian Cowboy. You could ask my old business partners who I'm legally not allowed to talk about anymore. It's like that's how far that went, right? It's like. I've never been afraid. It's like maybe if I've signed a legal binding document saying I won't talk about you, then I won't talk about you. But it's pretty much what it takes. Crazy people send me. I always say we should do Mitch's mailbag, and like
You should write a book, is what you should do.
I've been offered 2 book deals. I've been offered 2 of them.
Are you allowed to tell the truth in the book?
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
But you signed a agreement that you wouldn't say anything.
No,
bad.
no. I signed an agreement saying a non-disparagement agreement. That means you can't call somebody a cocksucker or like a name or something like that. It doesn't mean you can't tell the truth. And if you think the truth is disparaging, well, then maybe you should take different course of action. I mean, I'm accountable. I know that, man. I know I'm not perfect. People are going to call me out eventually. It's going to happen. It's like I'm too easy. I set myself up for it. I'm way too easy. I'm a name caller. Ask Ruffalo.
No, you need to do the book. That way you can give them away with 30-day passes or something.
I mean, if you've worked for me and haven't been fired at least once, you're rare. You're a rare bird.
Oh, I feel special. Ah, crap! I just pushed it.
No, I don't. Yeah, 300 views. 900. We have 1,168 viewers, 300 likes. It's like 329 likes, and people are always going to say, "Are you coming on at halftime?" Yeah, I'm running for the. It's like you just can't even hit a like button. It's like, well, I'll do is I'll just center my whole day around coming on for these 15-minute shows. Because, for free. I love doing it, but it's like, I don't ask for much. So I ask you guys to hit the like button. It costs you $0. And I'm saying, gotta buy, people, like the other guys, like Indian Cowboys, charging $25 or something a month. Like, we give you way more than he does. Arun Shiva. See how we called him by his real name there? See how nice that was? See how nice we were to him? He did send me a very nice email. Saying that. Not mentioning my name directly. His kindness. Ron, if I say, let's see. If I say, what's a common phrase out there like that you see on a TV or a movie? Oh, if I say, go ahead, make my day. But I don't say the person's name. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Schwarzenegger.
Clint
I'm
Clint
sorry.
Eastwood.
That wasn't Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Wow.
I messed one up. I'm usually good at that kind of trivia.
Usually you know who the
Like if I say, if she's a cute waitress, I give her $5 extra. If I don't mention the name, does anyone know who I'm talking
I
about?
give a lot more than $5 extra. That's for sure. We're talking $20 extra.
$20 extra. Now they're
With the
dropping.
phone,
Now they're
with the
dropping
phone
their
number
pants.
written on the side.
Now they're forget it. It's all over. You don't even need to take them out for coffee for that. It's done. It's like no small talk, no bullshit. It's just
No 37 and 15.
yeah.
Documented record.
No hype. No nothing.
67% winners the last year in the playoffs.
No having to show off your fantasy football trophy.
4-time fantasy football champion.
Oh, that is how you get the chicks right there. That is how you get them.
We get to second date territory, starts correcting her on his record. Like, actually, I said it was 66%.
Said you have a 100% chance to get lucky tonight.
I don't use the word lock, but
what are Bitler's chances of getting lucky given the extra 20? It says, don't count on it.
I just, you know what it is? Even if Biller does close, I picture him like leaving a note on the end table. She opens it up and says, "You can thank me later."
Oh, you ever see The Lonely Guy? like Steve Martin, the lonely guy, is like he goes in the restaurant, he's eating by himself, he's dining alone, and he's like, and then so he says like, I'm a famous food critic or whatever, and then he gets like the really hot waitress, and she's just like, oh, I really like you, whatever. I wrote my number on the check, on the back of the check for you, and all this stuff. And then the maitre d' comes over. A fine food critic like yourself, we wouldn't think of having you pay for the bill. He rips it up and drops it in the candle. All right. What did I like in this time slot? I like UConn. I know that it's square as hell, but I just think Butler's just hasn't been playing well, and I think you have to look at what's happening on the court. UConn is just so much of a better team. I don't love the 4.5. I didn't love the 4.5, but 2.5. I think I like it right in there, at least. A lot better than I liked it at 4.5.
You don't think they're trying to con you into that one?
I understand. I get it. And if I lose on that one, then I lose. I'm fine. I'm fine with losing that game because it is the right play. It is the correct.
Somebody drew attention to that play last night in our group, our fan group, not a fan.
Yeah, I saw it.
Facebook page.
Yeah, I left it.
That got my attention right.
I left the douchebag comment. It said you're welcome. I left the hashtag douchebag comment.
I was on that game faster than white on rice.
Thank me later. Rod was getting all the thanks later last night on Facebook.
He's next to Ron. He's the man. I like my R's.
I mean, I don't think like Iowa State, 8.5 against Texas Tech. Texas Tech has been in a lot of tight games. Sure.
He loved them at 4.5. He'll love them more at 2.5. That's for sure.
I like him at 2.5. Let me see what I can get him at. It's weird because when I'm in here doing the show, I have limited options. It's not like when I'm out on the couch. All right, Central Michigan, Bowling Green almost made the premium pick list for me. Oklahoma, Kansas, Buffalo against Ball State. We haven't seen Buffalo in forever. Middle Tennessee against FIU. That was easy money yesterday. Will it be easy money today? UAB against Southern Miss. I said I was only going to list the big games.
Did you do the 5 o'clock?
Stanford, Washington State, Wofford, Greensboro, Liberty, Kennesaw. What happened in that one yesterday?
Liberty won but didn't cover.
They didn't cover, right? Kennesaw covered? Yeah, it was still a lot of points.
Liberty got off to, it was 12-0 Kennesaw with 11 minutes left in the first half. Liberty just couldn't buy a basket in the beginning.
Yeah, it just seemed like one of those games that Liberty was going to win, but they weren't going to cover. We talked about it on the show in depth. Florida against Kentucky. Kansas State, Oklahoma. We'll stop there. Anything in that 4-5 o'clock time slot, 4:30, 5 o'clock time slot. Brian.
UConn down to 1.5 now. Kentucky.
I'm going to wait on it then. I'm going to wait on it then. Because I'm gonna lay like 8.
$8?
No, 8 points.
Oh, Kentucky.
Let's see what the most I can get for the biggest return.
I like Kentucky plus the points here. I just think I don't like laying points with Kentucky, but I like getting points. They're better than their record indicates, and they've been struggling all year. I'll take the points from the Wildcats here.
Chris?
I just talked the whole time and my mic was off. I just realized that. I like Kentucky as well. They're starting to get their mojo back. I think. I like them getting points as well. I think they're starting to turn things around. So give me Kentucky here. Give me Kansas laying the points against Oklahoma. Kansas the far better team, even at home. And Oklahoma, just not a good team on the road. So give me Kansas there. And I like Bowling Green laying the points against Central Michigan, even on the road. I just like this Bowling Green team a lot. I think they're one of the teams to beat in the MAC this year. So give me Bowling Green.
Ron?
Yeah, I agree. I like Bowling Green. I think they win this game by double digits. They're a real tough team in the MAC. Justin Turner's having a great season for them. I like Austin P getting the point against Eastern Illinois. Might as well just take them on the money line. I think Austin Pe's just a better team, and I think they should be favored here. I also like in one of the biggest rivalries in college hoops, Kentucky, Florida. This is going to be a close game. I think 4.5 points is just too much. I like Kentucky getting the points on the road. And I like Sam Houston State getting 2 points against Central Arkansas. I think it's going to be a close game, but I do think Sam Houston has a great chance of winning that game outright. And I'll also lean Washington State plus the points against Stanford. I just think it's going to be a close game. Even though Stanford took down Washington in its last game, they didn't really look that great, and they gave up 54 points to Washington in the second half. That's terrible. Washington should never score that many points in any half against any team. So I think Washington State has a chance to keep this one close, maybe win it outright. So I'll take the points.
Rod?
For me in this time spot, I like Iowa State plus the 8.5. I think that's too many points there. Yeah, so I like. I'm with you guys. I like Bowling Green. They're just a better team. I know they just played Central Michigan the other day, whooped them up. I think they whoop them up again. I'm with you guys. I like Kentucky. I think that's just too many points. And what's a 2-3 point game at most? That's all I like in that spot.
I like Kentucky against Florida. I like the points. I think you can put a little bit on the money line there, too. I also like FIU again against Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee just didn't look like they had any answers for that whatsoever. It was like every time they tried to reel it in close, it looked like the Jazz Bucks game all over again. I like the Thunder yesterday. Since we're allowed to pick games that are already over. I also like Washington State against Stanford. The points. I've been on Washington State all season, and they have not really let us down. Haven't been on them every game, but we've been on them a lot. Oh, Miami of Ohio against Northern Illinois. I don't want to pass up any opportunities to bet against Northern Illinois either. Enjoy it too much. It's kind of like my thing. It's mine and Chris's thing. Yeah.
Favorite pastime.
Yeah. Just throw a couple bucks on whoever they're playing. Who they play, I don't care. But
Well, I didn't know we were at the 6 o'clock time slot.
Oh, it's in the 6 o'clock time slot. All right, Northern Illinois against. I make the rules around here.
Okay.
Oklahoma. Yeah, we did. Oklahoma State, Kansas State. I like Kansas State. Got Western Kentucky, Louisiana Tech, the rematch. Arizona State, USC. St. Mary's, Santa Clara. Georgetown, Syracuse. Portland, Gonzaga. Ole Miss, LSU. Nevada, San Diego State. Utah, Oregon. Arizona, UCLA. It's all fair game.
I'm going to take Arizona State again. I got burned with them the other night. I'm back on them. I just think they're eventually going to wake up. Line went 3.5 to 2. Bigger bettors like Arizona State. I'm going to follow them in this with the Sun Devils.
I'm still on Still in USC there. I can't back an Arizona State team that's 0-8 against the spread in their last 8 games at home and 3-13-1 in their last 17 overall. So maybe USC there. And the other one I like. Where was it? I like Oklahoma State late in the 7.5. Kansas State I think is still just a terrible basketball team, and I think Oklahoma State wants to bounce back after letting that lead slip against West Virginia. So give me Oklahoma State.
In that window for me, I like Alcorn State plus the 8 against Jackson State. I also lean to the under in that game. I think it's going to be a tight one. I think Alcorn State has a shot to win it. Both teams have played really tough non-conference schedules. I also like, let's see. I do lean UCLA getting the points against Arizona. I think it could come down to the final shot in that one. So I think you're getting value, getting 3.5. And I also like the over in the Rice UTEP game. I think it's going to be high scoring. Rice doesn't play much defense, but they can really shoot from beyond the arc. So I'll take the over in that one.
Got a comment here on YouTube that says Arizona State is ass. Rod? I don't really think there's no comeback to that. Pretty much. It is a statement. It's not a question. It is what it is.
For me, I like give me Boston University plus the 3. You got a good shot to win that one outright. I like Georgetown to go over. I think we're going to see a whole pile of scoring in that one.
I talk too
And
much.
give
That's
me,
why people don't hit the like button. He wonders why nobody hits the like button. Then why do you watch the show? Then don't watch it, man. You're free not to watch it. I don't care. I'm not offended. This is, whatever. It's like it's less work for me to not do the show. It's like it's a lot less. I could be out doing all kinds of stuff. 5 o'clock in the morning, like sleeping. Sorry, Rod.
I'm good. I like Boston University, and give me the over in the Syracuse game. That's all I like in that time slot. Oh, and give me LSU over Ole Miss. Love LSU over Ole Miss. Give me LSU. I think they beat them out right here.
Mitch, be honest. Did you get chased home from school back in the day? You give me those vibes. You kidding? Did I get chased home from school? Kidding? I was stuck at school. I was like a permanent suspension. Then I finally got shipped off to school. No idea. I like Nevada against San Diego State. San Diego State, they dig themselves these holes, and then they got to get out of them. I like whoever's playing Arizona State, USC. Arizona State is ass. They are. I'm with you on that one. Just don't play defense at all. It's not. I like at first they started the season, it was defense optional. Now it's just no defense. I like Georgetown plus the 10 against Syracuse. I like kind of like UCLA plus the points against Arizona too. It's for the cover. I don't know if they win or not. All right. Covered a full day of sports. Chris, you got a parlay for us? It's awfully quiet over here. You guys, it's like I feel like I'm by myself.
I do have a parlay. I like Eastern Kentucky laying the points. Kentucky plus the points. And Bowling Green laying the points.
Rod, you got a parlay?
Yeah, for me, I like give me Creighton minus the points, Colorado State minus the points, Baylor minus the points.
Ron Romanelli.
I must have missed it when we went over them, but I like Monmouth laying the points against Marist, and that's the first part of my parlay.
Well, we didn't go over it. We had time slots, and you were allowed to fill in as you wish.
No, I know. I skipped over on accident. I didn't see it when we were
Because
going
you're
through the
holding
time
out on
slots.
us? You just holding out on us?
And last but not least,
That's
Monmouth
bullshit.
over Marist.
I'm calling bullshit on the holding out.
You got me. But
I'm
I
calling
like
bullshit. I would say that's getting you.
Kentucky getting the points against Florida, and Vanderbilt getting the points against Mississippi State. 3-team parlay.
Brian.
Hit the 3-teamer yesterday. I'm going to hit it today. It's Kentucky plus the points, the Rams plus the points, and the Minnesota Timberwolves plus the points. So all three sports.
I hit my parlay yesterday, too. It was Rockets, Thunder. Those who don't remember. But anyways. I like Cal. I like Bowling Green. Even with that bad defense, got to be a little wary there in that one. Bowling Green, Cal, and Washington State. That's my parlay. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Another fun day at the office. I'll probably be back for halftime on one of these or something. Be sure to check out the golf from Kapalua, one of my favorite courses here in Maui. Play it. I haven't played it often the last couple months, but there was a time when I was playing it 3 times a week. It's amazing to see those guys hit it. But on the hole that I showed you guys, you notice they're not tearing that one up. Mitch at Kapalua right there. Sometimes I wear the black golf shoes. Sometimes I wear the white golf shoes. It's kind of just, depends.
Depends on the day.
Not even the day. It's like it runs in spurts. It's like I have the black shoes are called contours, so they're like those really light, kind of like they're sportier and lighter, and they don't have as many spikes. And then I also have the tour shoes that I really like. That's what I mean business.
The starter sees you coming, they're like, uh-oh, he's wearing the white shoes today.
Yeah, at our club, they don't really even have starters. You just have a little house, you go and they have all the carts and they fill you up, you cooler up and everything. Oh, there's crap, waters, bottled waters and towels and whatever the hell you need. I just have my music playing so loud. So I know no one will golf with me. No, they will. Actually, super nice people. Super nice. They all watch the show, so I gotta say that. There's no snobs at our club. Not the guys that would watch the show. That's for sure. They're all good people. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. I'll probably be back at halftime just to talk to myself and just so I can get hammered on the comments. Thanks for the 512 people out of the, I don't know, however many 8,000 people that watched the show that hit the like button. That is some hideous stuff. It takes 2 seconds, guys. Just hit the like button. You know what I'll do? I'll do what the other guy does, and I'll just turn the commenting off, right, on that, and make you guys leave your comments in the comments and make it look like I have 1 million comments on the show. That's what the other guys do. And that's another thing that helps you is the comments. So maybe we'll do that. Yeah, 860 watching live right now. I mean, throughout the whole broadcast, there's been, thousands and thousands and thousands. No premium play. That was a lie. Did anyone say they were going to give a premium play for 500 likes? I think it should be 1,000 likes now. I got the Rams. Anyways, Mitch, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Try and act more professional tomorrow. I'll see you guys at halftime. You got a premium, Rod? You going to yell out for the crowd?
Yep, Creighton.
Creighton.
I already gave it to you. Go Creighton.
Cleveland State.
Colts.
Butler Bulldogs, easiest money on the board.
We'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.
All right.